In this video, we are working on an automated system for a gutter repair company. So as you can see on my screen, I'm in a sub account, and this sub account is for a gutter repair company, and this is the funnel. The idea is to run ads on this funnel. It can be Google, it can be Meta, and the idea is to bring traffic and get as many inquiries as possible. This is a very conversion rate optimized landing page, and it's also for sale. Link in description. And also, just so you know, the stuff that I'm going to create in this video that you're going to see throughout the whole video is going to be for sale as well. If you buy this funnel, you're going to get all the automations that we're creating alongside it. So let's get started without further ado. The idea again is whenever someone has an inquiry, they enter our sales process and someone follows up with them, and there are automated stuff going on, and we are just going to focus on the automated stuff. So first thing we need to create in the account is the pipeline. Basically, leads come in and they need to enter a pipeline in under opportunities. So currently we don't have a pipeline yet. Let's create a pipeline called gutter repair lead, right? We'll say new leads, and the goal is to bring all the form submits to this new lead stage, and then we'll say contacted, responded, and then we'll say sent estimate, right? And then say follow-up needed. We will say closed, and then we can say ghosted, not qualified. So let's keep these 5 stages. The new lead stage will have all the new leads from form submits or phone calls, and the contacted responded means they either replied to our follow-up or they were contacted, they were called by someone from the sales team of the company. And then sent estimate means they were contacted and they were sent an estimate based on their situation. And then closed means we already sold the services to them, we just need to provide that service. And then the 5th one is ghosted or not qualified. So this means people went to the follow-ups and did not respond to our messages, did not pick up our phone calls, or they picked up the phone calls, we talked to them, but they're not really qualified. So these are the 5 stages we can have in the sales pipeline. Now if we go back to opportunities, you can see there are 5 stages here. All right, let's start creating our automation. So we will say let's create a folder. First of all, I like to keep everything under one folder. All right, fresh account, no workflows, no problem. We will create a workflow here, and we will call it the first workflow we will call let's just go back, not sure why that happened. Let's create a folder first. Gutter repair automation, and let's get rid of this workflow. All right, so let's go to this folder. First workflow we're going to create is if they have an inquiry through the form, we do some automations there. So that's going to be the first workflow for that. Let's start from scratch. And here, this is actually not a form, this is a survey, as you can see. So our trigger, let's call it new lead automation. The trigger for this will be survey submitted. Survey is, there's only one survey in this account, so we're going to select that. And then now, first thing we're going to do is create or update an opportunity. So we are adding them to the pipeline through this, and the pipeline will be gutter repair leads. The pipeline stage will be new leads, and the opportunity name will be contact.name, the name of the contact. Opportunity value, you can just assign any value to it. It's not really needed, but you know, it's a good practice to have an estimated value. It's basically the lifetime value of any lead. The opportunity source, you can keep it blank. Sometimes it gets filled out automatically, but status will be open, and that's it. So we are adding them to the new lead stage. Then we need to do something called internal notification, and this notification will be sent via text. All right, and it will be sent to a particular user in the system, or what you can do is you can add a custom number and go to custom values, business phone number. So we are sending the lead notification to the business's phone number. All right. Or you can just change it according to how you want it. So hi, new inquiry. So the name will be contact name. The email will be contact email. Yes, email is not very relevant because they need to call them up. So phone number is very important. All right. Please call or text to follow up ASAP. Okay, this is the notification that goes to the salesperson or whoever owns the business phone number in the company. So we're sending a notification, right? Now we can add a tag called gotta repair leads or something. It doesn't really matter, but we if you want, you can add something called add contact tag and then add a tag called gotta repair leads. I'm gonna skip that for now. What I'm gonna do is I need to now wait. I don't want to immediately start sending them stuff, so I'm gonna wait for 10, let's say 30 seconds, right? Doesn't give a second, so I need to do it this way. So wait 30 seconds, and then we will send our first email, and the email will be sent to the person who has the inquiry. Now let's go ahead and start composing the email. So the email will be sent from name. Let's go to custom values. We have some custom values in this account. We are using those. Business email will be, business email is not there. So we might just as well create one. Let's save this and go to custom values. We'll say business email. And business email can be anything. I mean, if you buy the snapshot, you need to come here and update these values, so it updates on the landing page, updates on the automations as well. So business email, right? Need to create the business email custom value. Here we go. Now let's go back to our automation. So the email now will be sent from business name and then business email. There you go. And now we will say, because in the landing page we are saying that we will send you a free estimate or free inspection or whatever it is, we will say got your free inspection request. And I just did some chat GPT. We will use first name, so it's dynamically replaced by the name of the person who has the inquiry. Thanks for reaching out. We got your got our inspection. We will contact you shortly to set up a quick visit so I can give you an accurate pricing. If you prefer, call us at the number. So the number will be custom values, business phone number. So you don't have to come here in the workflows and change it every time there's a new, every time you install it on a new account. So talk soon. We are using custom values everywhere, so we can minimize the amount of work we need to do every time we use this for a new business. So that's the first email. That's email 1. Okay, and now we will wait 1 day. So we're waiting for 1 day. Now let's copy this from here and paste it. That's our second email. And now the second email will be still want inspection. Now we are assuming in this workflow that we haven't contacted them yet. Basically, the idea is we keep sending them workflow follow-ups, emails, texts, and whatever. And if they reply or if we talk to them somehow, we will move them to separate pipeline. And based on that, they will not receive any follow-ups from here because we will pull them off from this workflow if we contact them or if they reply to any of our messages. So that's what we're going to do. That's but by default, we're assuming that they haven't replied, right? I hope that makes sense. Okay. So now That's our second email. Okay, now we will copy all actions from here and then change it to 2 days. I'm just doing stuff and then I'm trying to do some commentary on that. Okay, that's the third email. Inspection. So wanted to follow up on your quote request. If you're still dealing with clicks or clogs, call it text, and at the number, the number will be business phone number. Right. Okay. So these are the 3 emails, right? Now we are going to add some text. Let's do the first text. So the first text we will send after our first email. So we will send the email and we will wait for 20 seconds. And then we will send a text. The text will be this. The phone number will be custom values business phone number. So this is the first text we are sending them after the first email, right? And then for after the second email, we will again wait for 20 seconds and then send them the second SMS. And then we will send them the third SMS after the third email goes out, 20 seconds after the third email goes out. All right, that's the third email. There we go. That's the third SMS. Okay, cool. So let's see. Okay, that's the first automation. We will make that live and that's it. That's our new leads automation. Now what we need to do is we need to create another one to pull them off from this workflow. Basically, if we contact them or if they reply to any of those follow-ups in the first automation. So we will say contacted, responded. So here we are saying if the customer, or if customer replied, and we are checking if they replied to the workflow new lead automation. So if they replied to any of those follow-ups from the new lead automation, what we're doing is we are removed from workflow. We are removing them from another workflow, and the workflow will be new lead automation. So we don't need to send them any other follow-ups anymore, because let's say they reply to the first SMS and we don't need to send them any further follow-ups, because we just need to follow up with them now and we need to talk to them. So we are doing that, and then we are creating or updating an opportunity in contacted responded. So we are automatically moving them to another pipeline stage, which we called contacted or responded. Okay, status is still open. Right, now let's talk about another use case. Let's say someone went to that pipeline. Let's say someone went to this pipeline over here and they spoke to someone from the new leads, and then they automatically, not automatically, they manually moved it, dragged it across and moved it to contacted responded. In that case, we need to stop sending them follow-ups as well. We can't really send them any follow-ups because they've been contacted or responded. All right, now what we can do is we can have another trigger here that will say pipeline stage changed. In pipeline, gotta repair leads. Stage, if we move them to contacted responded, we remove them from the first workflow. So we someone moves them to the contacted responded stage, we remove them from the new lead automation because they can't receive any automated follow-ups because we already contacted them. And then again, we are creating another opportunity in the same stage, which doesn't really matter. It's fine if it's a redundant thing, because you may question why are we again moving them to the same stage if we manually move them? Because we don't want to create more workflows. It's just fine if it's a redundant action happening here. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to go back to our pipeline, and we need to see what we have done so far. So for new leads, we have an automation. For contact data responded, we have an automation. Now send estimate, follow up needed. So if we send them an estimate after the inspection somehow, we need to follow up. Now let's create another workflow to handle this use case, where we will send them follow-ups, like a couple or 3 follow-ups through text only in this time. If we send them an estimate follow-up, so here we are saying pipeline stage changed, and the stage is, the pipeline is gutter repair leads. We only have one pipeline stage is, if we move them to send estimate follow-up needed, now what we will do is we will wait for 1 day. That's what we do ideally. We wait for 1 day after moving them, and then we send them a text. So we will just follow up with them that hey, we've sent you an estimate, not sure if you had a chance to go through that, whenever you're ready, and stuff like that. So let's write a few text messages real quick. Here we go. So our first SMS is this one. Just did some quick ChatGPT again. Now, hey, contact first name, just checking in. Did you have any questions about the estimate we sent? We're happy to work with you. That's the first SMS. Now we are waiting for 1 day again. Not 2 days. First is 1 day. And then we are sending the second SMS. And it will be again contact first name. Wanted to see if you're ready to move forward with the gutter work. If we have still we have openings this week, if you'd like to schedule. Okay. And now we are waiting for the third one. Let's wait for 3 days. Right. And then sending another SMS ideally. Okay, cool. So place this with contact first name. Hey, contact first name, no rush, but just wanted to follow up on one last time. If you're still interested, we are here to help. Let us know. So we are doing 3 SMS, and then we're making it live. Basically, when we move them to send estimate follow-up stage, we send them these 3 follow-up text messages. Now, the fourth one is when we move them to closed. So when someone from here, if someone agrees to that, right? If someone agrees to that, we are moving them to closed. And no follow-up needed. Let's say someone received the first follow-up from sent estimate stage. Oh, sorry, I need to move that to folder. Okay, so someone replied to any of these, we need to stop the follow-ups, right? Because if someone replies to the first SMS, there's no point in sending the other 2. So we will go to settings real quick, and then we'll say stop on response. That's one way to stop on if they if they reply, we just don't send them follow-ups anymore. Okay, now what if they don't reply, but someone moves them to the closed stage? Like there's an opportunity here, we manually move them to closed. In that case, we need to stop the workflow as well. So we will go to the folder. Let's create another workflow, and we will call it closed. Let's just call it closed, and we will say same thing, pipeline state changed. The pipeline is gutter repair leads, stage is closed. When that happens, we will remove them from the workflow number 3. Right now, sometimes we may move them from new lead from the new lead stage to closed. Like if we talk to them and no inspection needed, we just give them an estimate there and then, and they they're all good with that, they want to move forward. We will also include in that case new lead automation, so that they just to stay on the safe side, they don't receive any any type of automation from us if we move them to closed, right? Because that'll surely annoy them. Okay, that's it. So we are moving them to closed, and we are removing them from these two follow-ups sequences, right? Okay. Now, if we move them to ghosted, we can have another automation to do further, newsletters or not any kind of other marketing in the future. But I'll not do that. I'll just keep it simple. So we have so far automation for handling new leads, automation for handling contacted responded. So we remove them from the follow-ups if we contact them or if they contact us by replying to any of our follow-ups. If we send them an estimate, we follow up until they are closed. If we close them, we'll remove them from this follow-up sequence. Or also if we close them from straight up new leads, like if someone is moved from new leads to closed, it may happen. We also remove them from that new leads automation. So that's pretty much a very simple automation structure, or automation automated system in GoHighLevel for a gutter repair company. Again, if you buy the funnel, which which you can find from the link in this video's description, you will get all these pipelines and automations that we created here alongside alongside the page as well. So hope this video was useful, and I will see you in the next one.